Monthly meeting, or am I on TV?
You're on, you can go.
I'd like to call the monthly meeting for November 14th, Algonquin Township board meeting, and if I could get a pledge of allegiance, that'd be great. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, great. Can I get a roll call, please?
Victor? Yeah. Lawrence? Here. Shay?
Yeah.
Chapman?
Here.
Hudson?
Here. And I would like to entertain the courtesy from the other board members, if we can move public comments up right now, if they'd be all in favor of that. Not to exceed 3 minutes. If everyone's okay with that, let's, here's the, we ask that you be nice and friendly when you make your comments and smile, and there's a 3-minute limit, and you don't have to sign in. So if you didn't sign in, you want to speak, and we don't have any rules. If you would like to come to the podium, you can come to the podium. If you like to just raise your hand, you want to speak, you stand up. You want to sit, speak from your chair, we're more than willing. We just ask that you identify yourself, your name, and we'll be happy to listen.
Okay. Are you voting on that to move it up?
No, we just voted on it.
Okay. You just,
Okay.
you said entertain a motion. So
It's just, there's some people that might want to get back to their families. They made a special trip out today, so we don't, so is there anyone who would like to speak?
Start out. You want to form a line here? How do you want to do
No,
it?
that's fine. That's next person.
All right,
So
so
you can sit, sir. You don't need to.
are we ready to start this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Rich Fahey. I'm a business representative with the International Union of Operating Engineers, Local 150. Last year, Andrew Gasser fired 3 of our members without cause. He refused to participate in the grievance and arbitration process because he claimed our contract was not valid. He burned through $400,000 in tax dollars, making an argument and lost in court 3 times. Now he is planning an appeal, and there's no reason to expect a different result. We represent 3,500 public employees in 140 municipalities, and we deal with wrongful terminations on a regular basis. There's a process to resolve it quickly and without passing large costs to taxpayers. What Gasser has done to taxpayers is a shame, and he's going to keep doing it until somebody intervenes, and we're hoping the board can help us out with that. We also represent almost 20,000 private sector workers, and I can tell you that no private sector business would ever spend $400,000 on this fight. The difference is Gasser has money that is spending that isn't his. He doesn't even live in the township, and the taxpayers are being ripped off. So far, we're the only ones speaking up for them. Our contract is valid. The legal strategy that Gasser has broken in the budget to fund is a loser. The legal strategy that Gasser has broken the budget on is a loser. The costly fight benefits nobody except the lawyers who are running the meter and have already started for this appeal. Stand up for your taxpayers, put a stop to this. It's been a year and a half, and enough is enough. We're here with 3 individuals in this room tonight, who are 4 individuals who have been fired from their job. The township and the highway department have been compelled to go to arbitration. These people are looking to go back to work. They have the rightful process of getting a fair due to get their jobs back. And we're looking for the board to help us get this done. Thank you.
I'm John Leonardi of Fox River Road, and I'd like to ask the board to pass a resolution condemning Mr. Gasser's actions because they are capricious and unwarranted under legal and union contracts. I ask that the board don't approve an increase in the levy for the road district because he's wasted money by tax dollars and yours. And I ask the board to get itself involved in the solar project that's on the agenda. It would help with maintenance fees on electricity and so on. And if you need help, the IBEW in Crystal Lake off of Rock Island Road there has both solar and wind generation for their meeting hall. So I ask that if you need assistance there, they would be willing to help us out. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name's Joe Milford. I live in Crystal Lake, corporate Crystal Lake in the Algonquin Township. I just moved here a year ago, and as everybody comes out to visit my new house, they say it's a beautiful house, but they also talk about what's going on here tonight with the people being fired. It gets a little upsetting to me when the money that you're spending on these people are fighting to keep these people from getting their job back, which appears that they should get their job back. I am very ashamed of what's going on here. I know I'm a new resident, and maybe I'm a little more involved than a lot of the other residents because I am a new resident, but I just cannot believe that this is happening today, with people being fired, and orders are given to hire them back, and they're not. I guess I don't understand how that happens or why.
Thank you. My name is Nick Chirikas, and I'm from Algonquin Township, and I was asked to read a statement from the union. And before I get to that, I would like to thank each and every member of the union that came out here tonight and all the citizens of Algonquin Township and McHenry County that support our struggle to get a fair and equitable and just resolution to this problem, because this has gone on too long. I saw on TV that the highway department lost in court after the taxpayers footed a $400,000 plus bill, and that same high-priced lawyer is already billing for an appeal. The judge already rejected Mr. Gasser's argument 3 times. This seems like an endless waste of money that's only filling a lawyer's pockets. You have an obligation to protect the taxpayers and make sure that our taxpayer money is not being wasted. What is your plan to stop this from getting totally out of control? Thank you very much.
My name is Ryan Green. Andrew Gasser was awarded a no-bid contract for salt that cost twice as much as it should have. It's illegal. It should have been investigated. Gasser ran on a platform that eliminated waste, and it turned out to be worse than anybody had ever had. Township should have stepped in and make sure Andrew Gasser isn't getting kickbacks and crooked contracts. Also, I was fired for no reason. And this has gone on long enough, and the amount of money that's been wasted is ridiculous. Is there an end to it? Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Dan Nagle. I'm from the Algonquin Township. I live with the Willis. Just want to say I don't disagree with anyone here. I agree with everything they have to say. They wouldn't be here if they didn't agree with everything. If you guys have nothing else to do, you can't do anything else. We ask Mr. Gasser if he's here somewhere, and amongst all you people, you know, do what's right, do what's decent, you know. For Derek, for Nick, Andrew, give them their jobs back. You know, that's what's right. You know, I know you guys have been going through this endless battle. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. It's immoral. It truly is. These guys aren't politicians, you know. They're not pawns. They're just people that are working their honest jobs where they work. You know, they were here with honest jobs. You know, they were here prior to any allegations that Andrew had of nepotism, you know, any affiliation with their current families. They don't deserve this at all. They really don't. You know, they have lives, they have families. They have a right to be here, just like anyone else. You know, we can all understand if they did something drastically wrong, that you were fired. And you've heard this, you know this, you all know this as board, all good people, all of them. You know, let's try to do what's right, try to get the job back for them, you know, and do what's right for the people here. You know, all this money that's going against all these taxpayers, it's absurd. It's not right. You know, we have to do something as a board, and we're all here for that reason, for that same reason. So, you know, he can still be a winner with defeat. Let's ask him to be a winner by doing what's right. You know, and that's all I have to say.
My name is Kevin Fitzgerald, and at this point in time, I am still employed by the Algonquin Township Highway Department. I'm here today outraged about how long this has gone on, about the 4 individuals who were illegally fired without due process, without warnings, without nothing. This man never even saw them work one day. He fired them because of who they were and his own personal political agenda. I am outraged as an individual who's trying to provide for my family. This man came in the office and cut my pay by almost $2. And I have not received any increases in the last 2 years, while the new people he brought on are incompetent and are almost up to where my wage is now. Most of these people barely got their CDLs. They can't run these pieces of equipment. They can barely conduct themselves professionally. It is an outrage. And as a township employee, why should we have to be worried about our jobs every 4 years? Do you know what kind of people that would attract to be employed here that'd be willing to do that? You're talking about people just coming into the workforce, or people that haven't been able to hold down a job that'd be willing to sign up for something like that. When are we going to stand up? Everyone that was fired lived inside the township. They're taxpayers. And everyone that still works for the township, as far as the remaining people that are left, live in the township and are taxpayers. When do we draw the line? Why is this guy still able to sign his name and play house with monopoly money? It is just, I'm besides myself. If it was his own money, none of this ever would have been a thought. Thank you.
Mike Toller, president of McHenry County, not necessarily of Algonquin Township. We all know me. So, on top of everything that was said here today, I'd also like to implore the board to investigate, to open up a formal investigation with whoever it needs to be done to do this. But there's definitely seems to be a channel of communication, a back channel between Gasser's office and the Edgar County watchdogs. They seem to know things that they should not know, that they should not have, that they have not FOIA, and direct attacks almost at his direction. I just want to see an investigation opened into that. Thank you.
Anyone else would like to speak, please?
My name is Bob Dillenberg, and I live in Antioch. I'm here with my brother. He lives in Algonquin Township. The only positive thing I think, looking at what's happening here, listening to my brother and reading in the paper what's going on, there's only one positive thing that could possibly come out of this. This could be a real teachable moment for not only you, but for other people who think they're going to do the same thing. This is ridiculous. You fire these people for no reason at all, just because somebody thinks that he's suffering from little man syndrome or whatever it is that he has, or he's got an axe to grind with somebody that didn't ask off him. It's got to be almost that ridiculous the way it plays out. It's up to you, and it's actually your duty to find out exactly what happens. how it happened and why it continues to happen. It's also your duty to account for the money that's being spent. You should all know what the money's spent, don't you? You should also know why it's being spent. Ridiculousness. And you do have the ability to stop it. I hope you do wake up and you do stop it. Thank you.
How you doing? My name's Brian Strubler. You know, I've been reading a lot about this in the news. Just a township resident recently. You know, this guy spent almost $400,000 just in legal fees in a pretty short period of time. And what, he's been commissioner for what, less than 2 years now. You know, I feel like the highway department has lost several appeals, and we're treating the taxpayers of the township like we're a blank checkbook. I mean, it's nonsense. I'd like to think that most of the trustees or most of the sensible people would think this is fairly out of line to spend that kind of money on legal fees. You know, the money probably should have never been spent on this in the first place. And I think there's an easier way to come to some sort of an agreement. You know, the township, the electors of the township, we elected you as leaders. So when is someone finally going to put a stop to this? You know, does Andrew Gasser have to basically bankrupt the township or the road district for any resolution to come to this? I think it's time that someone on the board, I mean, you guys should pass a resolution or at least some sort of support that should stop this from going on any further. Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? No? Thank you.
I did.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you're from. I mean, if you want to speak.
You don't have to be around.
My name is Derek Gablins. I live in Crystal Lake, and I've been following this closely as well. And one of the things here, you know, this is Illinois. I'm a proponent of union rights, labor rights. Our state has the, you know, solid collective bargaining rights and laws. I'm not sure what was being thought here by dragging all this out. Is it true that the $400,000 comes down to a technicality with the name? That's what we're fighting about. This is a path to nowhere. I would like to see an investigation opened up on the fact that Mr. Gasser has constantly berated the former highway commissioner, made insidious accusations against him. That needs to be followed up with. That's slander. Someone's good name who brought honor to this township, who was awarded dozens of things based off of his competence. And at the same time, this board allowed Mr. Gasser's personal view to support cancer to go out and spend $75,000 to paint a truck? How does this happen? Tell me you can do more. Because this is an outrage. Thank you.
Is there anyone else who'd like to speak? Thank you for your input. We appreciate it. Next on the agenda is approval of the monthly minutes from October 10th, 2018.
So moved.
Second.
Waste vote sign, all in favor?
Aye.
Hold on a second, no, I have to do a voice vote because we have two absent. Is it? So, Melissa
I can
and
vote on
Rachel, right, I mean, they would abstain. But do you want me to do a voice vote?
Don't
Or
remember
not?
abstaining.
They don't,
I watched the, I watched the video.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's right. All eyes?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the, town fund expenditures of $146,981.42?
I make a motion.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Any discussion? Okay.
Victor?
Yes.
Lawrence?
Yeah.
Bledsoe?
Yes.
Shay?
Yes.
Chapman?
Yes.
Motion carries. I have get a motion to approve the funds of the general assistance fund of $11,715 and I don't know how it's happened cents. And I move motion.
I move your approval.
Second. Any discussion? Okay, can I get a roll call vote, please?
Victor?
Yes.
Lawrence?
Yes.
Bledsoe?
Yes.
Shay?
Yes.
Chapman?
Yes. Okay. This one will be a little bit different. Can I, well, can you pull over where? Okay, well, I'm gonna entertain a motion from,
You don't need a motion,
we
right?
need a motion. We have trustee, Victor is going to,
I think she's asking just to pull the bills for separate consideration.
would like to pull some bills from the road and bridge fund for separate consideration. Right now, monthly expenditures would be $377.73, but we're gonna pull some bills.
All right, the bills that I would, do you want me to go one by one and
Yeah.
explain?
No, just.
Each one? Pull them up. Okay, the bills I would like to call are Cassidy Tire and Service for the amount of $745.58. Corrective Asphalt Materials LLC for the amount of $5,800.29. Elgin Recycling for the amount of $2,220.60. Fastenal for the amount of $55.32. Dusty's DC Electrical and Powder Coating for the amount of $525. Hydrotex for the amount of $584. Johnson Control Security Solutions for the amount of $151.01. Robert Hamlin, all of his bills. There are several different amounts.
Is there a total or?
Okay, well, there are several different bills that were submitted here. There's one for $6,400, one for $7,760, one for $16,620, and another one for $4,200.
So,
And that is it. Those are the bills that I would like to discuss separately.
okay. So can we minus those out and vote on the other first? Do we have a total? We have,
Hold on.
I'd like to hear the total for everything with the attorney commission as well.
okay, we're taking all those out.
Why? For what?
No, no.
So for separate consideration.
Let me explain it.
Okay, so what we have is,
Your second?
second, I'll second, okay. So the road district, just make it simple, road district submitted $137,000 in change of bills. The honorable trustee pulled a bunch of bills that she would like to have for separate consideration. So those bills are pulled for separate consideration. We'll vote on those bills separately, but well, now the ones that you want in there, we will come up with a figure and we'll vote on that, pass those bills, that they'll pass those bills, and then, we'll go back to the bills that you pulled out. Okay? Does that make sense, everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
I need clarification. So we did not make a motion to pull those bills.
She's just pulling those out and you can consider the bills that are left.
Okay, what did Dave second?
Seconded
To
the,
separate,
they seconded the motion of the supervisor's total amount minus those bills.
We don't have that amount
We
yet.
don't have them out yet.
We're waiting on our genius.
Lutzel made the motion?
No,
Make the motion.
we don't have a motion. We just separated.
Okay,
Just pulled them.
yeah, but that didn't need a motion.
Didn't need a
Let's have a
motion.
motion to pull the bill to pay the remaining bills minus the bills that are full.
Yes.
Do you want a motion for that? I'll make it.
We can only do it all.
You know,
if I have it correctly, can I just read them back to you when you tell me I have it right here?
sure.
745.58,
Yeah.
5,829 cents.
Yep.
2,220.60 cents.
Yep.
$55.32.
Yep.
$525 even.
Yes.
$584 even.
Yes.
$6,400.
Yep.
7,460. 16,620.
Yes.
4,200.
Yes.
Those bills total $44,610.79.
Oh, there was also a bill for $151.01.
Total $44,761.80.
Does that leave 92,615.93? Am I right or wrong? Probably wrong.
I know, what was the original amount?
137,377.73.
$92,615.93.
That's like you went with.
Okay, so that's the new amount Shay is,
So you made a
Made a
motion?
motion?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're gonna, I'd like to,
hold on, Chapman second?
yes. Okay. Any discussion on that? I don't believe we have discussion on that.
These people are interested. The law says we have to pay bills within 30 days.
Okay, so we have the audit for the road and bridge, and we've lowered it down to $92,615.93. And we have a motion and a second. Can we have a roll call, please?
Victor,
Yes.
Lawrence,
Yes.
Shay,
Yeah.
Chapman,
Yes.
Lutzer.
Yes. Okay. How do you want to handle, well, let me give trustee a chance to sign that. Do you want to handle each one of these?
Sure.
Or do we want to do its own a lump sum here?
Well, people may have disagreements, so
Okay,
we can go one by one if you'd like.
okay.
Just do it, and you have to make a motion on each one of them to approve, disapprove, whatever, but make a motion on it. And then someone will have to second, they'll have to be debated after that. Then approval or disapproval, so how do you make the motion?
Okay, first one, I would like to make a motion to,
Well,
to,
It's improved.
okay. I'd like to make a motion to,
Oh, that's it.
You make a positive motion and then.
okay, all right, I'll make a motion to approve the Cassidy bill for $745.58.
Second.
Discussion.
All right, with this bill, he's not indicating which vehicle this bill is for. And it's not specific, and I feel it is our job to audit these bills, and it's not a specific bill. And so because it's not specific to which vehicle, I don't feel we should approve it.
I tend to agree only because, this could be for anyone's personal vehicle for all that we know, and because the highway commissioner chooses not to show up to these meetings to explain, we have no choice but we have no evidence that it was a public use, so I tend to agree with you.
Okay, that's a great comment. I think that's the number one issue. This seems like it's a routine bill. Shouldn't be a problem, right? Everyone agrees with that. But if we don't have someone we can ask about that bill, that comes to a meeting and you have questions about that bill, that it makes it very difficult for us to be able to make an educated decision on auditing a bill. So, I mean, I'm gonna vote with I think the majority not to approve. And I think you could probably add up all of those, unless you have some specific ones. The next motion, we could probably put a bunch of those together.
Including the.
No, I'm gonna separate,
as well.
I think we're gonna separate the legal one.
Why are you in this?
Anyway.
Well, you can discuss.
It's
it.
fine.
You can discuss
Can
it.
I discuss all of them right
They make a
now?
motion, I don't think it's subject.
Right, so we're gonna vote on this one. Let's have a roll call vote.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Victor,
No,
this is to not approve.
correct.
Lawrence,
No,
Bledsoe,
No.
Shay,
No.
Chapman.
No.
Motion passed.
Okay.
State each one. If that's okay.
All right, to make this a little easier, so we don't go on until midnight, I would like to make a motion to approve Dusty's DC electrical and power coating for $525, Fastenal for $55.32, Algin Recycling for $2,220.60, Corrective Asphalt Materials for $5,800.29, Hydrotex for $584, Johnson Controls Security System for $151.01.
Second. All right, any discussion?
Yes. Can I go through each of the bills now to discuss? Dusty's for $525. Which vehicles were these purchased for? Again, I'm fine approving these bills if Mr. Gasser would come here and explain and answer these questions so that I'm more clear on these bills. It does not say which vehicles these were purchased for. So I don't feel we should be approving this.
$90,000 a year, where is he?
All right, well, thank you.
The next one, for Fastenal, in the amount of $55.32, what did you buy? There was no description on what you bought. It was just a bill. Elgin Recycling, what was recycled for the cost for this bill for $2,220.60? A little bit more detail, please. Corrective Asphalt Materials for $5,800.29. Where was the material applied? Was it applied to prolong the life of the asphalt or improve a gravel road? Hydrotex, in the amount of $584. Once again, I have some questions regarding this one. Johnson Controls Security Systems. I have an email here stating that he has an open balance for $151.01, but there is no invoice attached to it.
Once again, I tend to agree, but I would also like to reiterate that these are, in all likelihood, these are legitimate public use, bills, expenditures for public use, and probably legitimate. The problem is that because, again, Andrew Gosser chooses not to be here and chooses not to explain or to explain in any detail these bills that he submits or he has his staff submit, we have no choice but to assume that, or we have no proof that it is for a public purpose. And we cannot approve it without the proof that it is without the legitimate, substantiation that it is for public use. And so I tend to agree with that. And it's unfortunate. I wish that he was here to explain it because I really do believe these are probably legitimate bills. But through his own actions, this is the result.
Any other
Thank you,
discussion?
Rachel.
Any other discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Do you want the amount? Do I need the amount? I can do that on, and add it. Do that for, okay, Victor,
No.
Lawrence,
No.
Shay,
No.
Chapman,
No.
Watson,
No.
motion fails.
Okay. I'd like to entertain a motion to pay the legal bills. I think you can just, can we lump them all or?
I agree with the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Each one of
Okay.
them balance.
I'll make a motion to approve the legal bills for $4,200, $16,620, $7,760, $6,400.
I thought it was 7,460.
7,760.
Okay, then you need to add 300 onto the
Total.
44, subtract 300 from the, yeah, I wrote 7469.
I'm sorry. I'm not good with this.
Charles,
That's why I read back to confirm.
What's that?
you got the same amount though in your math that she did, so.
But
we
that's,
both added wrong?
No.
Okay.
You're out of order. Let's just keep.
So I need to do 300 minus 300 on the 9265.
Yes, and then just, if you could circulate that back to us, we can all initial it.
Oh, I don't have it yet.
We'll get, okay.
so it's 92,315.
Oh, here it is, right here.
315.
Initial it?
Yeah, just initial it and we'll be fine. Okay,
Move on.
Second.
yes,
Can I,
yes.
Oh,
Yes.
did you go?
I just like your discussion.
Wait, who's second, Laura?
Did you finish reading all at once?
Yeah.
Okay, second.
Okay.
All right. Once again, this judge has rejected this 3 times. The union has won 3 times. No. And I will say it again, and I will continue to fight, and I will continue to say, I will not approve not one more of Hanlon's bills. Give these people their jobs back and retro pay.
Okay, is there any other discussion?
Yes.
Trustee Lawrence?
unlike these other bills, this one does serve a public purpose. Even though we may disagree with it, even though it may be completely, to the lay person, it may seem completely ridiculous, and obviously, we, in understanding Illinois statute and township code, and I'm sure Jim Kelly could probably attest to it, unless there are specific reasons that we can reject a bill. This one, unlike the other ones, is very clearly for a public purpose. This attorney did expend funds or produce services and produce work product, I should say. And whether we agree with it or not, it is in his line item. It is appropriated in his budget. There is money in that budget. And however recklessly he wants to spend it, unfortunately, this board is not empowered with the legislative backing to deny it. And that is why I can't see a legal reason to deny it.
Principle and ethics.
Can I,
Go ahead.
I don't feel this is a necessary expense. It has been rejected 3 times, and the reason why I don't want to pay this bill anymore is because I do not feel it is a necessary expense. He continues to waste the taxpayers' money. This is not necessary to continue. He has lost 3 times. It is time to hire these people back.
Right.
Everyone, probably agrees with you. As many as probably
Yeah.
the majority of people in this room probably agree. And regardless of how my feelings are on the matter, I have to look at what the law allows me as a trustee to do, and it does not allow me to deny this bill.
Well, another thing I would like to mention is the A&E reports are very different from month to month.
Well, hold on.
Well, but even with legal too. I don't know how much money he actually has in his budget, in his left. I don't know how much money he actually has left. Mr. Kelly, do I have to approve this bill?
Well, first, that's really and I'll be quite frank, that's the job as you as a trustee. And you can look at a variety of things. If it's a legitimate bill, that's presented for, by the road district to be paid, you can obviously pay it or not, unless you, as you expressed, have reasons to doubt that it's in this case, a legitimate bill. There are a whole series of factors that I won't go into those because I'll be quite frank. The courts in this case have not made any decisions, so it's really at this point a policy decision that is in your hands as a trustee. And I think Ms. Lawrence raises an issue. You sort of raised a countervailing issue. At some point, I think an appellate court's going to take a decision on that. They had a chance to do that about a year ago, and they punted. They basically declared the case moot, and they never made a decision. So at this point, if you can vote your conscience, I guess is what I'm telling you, and we'll have to deal with it later.
I'm going to vote my conscience, and if he has to sue the township over it, he has to sue the township over it. I'm going to vote my conscience with give these people a job.
I have a question. If we'll refer to the paper titled November 2018 current month annual budget, year-to-date performance, there's a line item under legal services for $250,000. And that's the same line item. We removed $100,000 from that line item.
What are you looking at? I'm sorry.
The year-to-date variance performance income statement.
Which report?
A&E.
It's all for the road district.
Yeah. Just follow down his annual budget.
You're talking about the last line of the first page?
No, in the middle of there, it's where it says admin contractual services. Okay, all right, that's good. I just
Road and
didn't want-
bridges is what.
Okay, all right.
However, road and bridge, sorry. to
Yeah.
Interrupt. These A&E reports are wrong. Every month, they're different, and something doesn't add up.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, he doesn't prepare them, so let's all be on the same,
Yeah.
let's be fair here.
yeah. And that's
Why, like,
something that we
come to a
can,
meeting.
that's something that we can get to. I've asked Andrew on a number of occasions to please come to the meetings. Be nice to have him here. We proposed a settlement to, a way to minimize the, further expenses. And as one of the residents said, you know, be human, and, Andrew and I had that discussion, and he said, you know what, I could get along and I could do that. And he passed it along to his attorney, and the attorney, sent back a letter that, was very condescending to myself, to the board, and, the answer was no, you'll do it all the way to the, Supreme Court, so.
Who's in charge?
Can we move to end discussion? Both?
Pardon?
Can we move to end discussion?
Can I ask a question?
Any other comment? Yes,
I fully agree that we should hold these things. And, we've been threatened with a lawsuit. Okay, that'll open it up to what they call discovery, which will open up all his records, and we'll see how honest they are and where they are.
Yeah.
If there is payment under that program, whether it's under an arbitrator or a judge, they will set how much we would have to pay, if at all. So what it'll do is take it out of our hands, but in the long run, there'll be a lot more information coming out. Thank you.
All right. So I think we're all done with discussion. Okay, roll call, please.
Okay, we're voting to, this is a motion to approve the
No vote
amount.
would be not, no, I guess vote will be yes.
Yes, the amount is $34,980 for Hanlon's, bills. Okay, Victor,
No.
Shay,
No.
Lawrence,
Yes.
Chapman,
Yes.
Bledsoe.
No.
Motion fails.
Okay, motion fails. All right, I'd like to entertain a motion for, the equipment and building fund, or do you have a building on pull out of there? Why don't you go ahead and pull that bill first, so you don't have to go through the rigmarole.
Right, I would like to pull the bill JX Truck Center in the amount of $87,959.
I didn't get that right.
$87,959?
So,
87,959.
the new number will be. Need the new number.
Give me the original number.
14055339.
Okay, okay, the new amount is 5259439.
Can't be.
39 cents. Second, same number that Karen got.
Oh, okay.
52594 and 39 cents.
I make a motion, we approve that.
I'll second.
Okay. Sorry about that. If there's any discussion on that?
Wait, you're You're taking 87,959 away from 140,553.39.
I thought the amount was more. I must have done that wrong, hang on.
Yeah,
What was the original?
140,553.39.
145,
No, 140,000,
okay,
553.39. Subtract 87,959, and you should come up with the correct amount. Don't my calculator.
I know I did, sorry. It doesn't make sense, it's coming out the same number. 140,
5,339 minus.
Maybe you just read it aloud.
140, 553,
And 39
39,
cents.
okay,
Minus
Minus.
87,959 even.
okay, let's see. 139, 673.80.
That can't be possible.
No, it can't be right.
Well, this
Give me the
calculator sucks.
American dollars. Not euros.
It's
Oh
getting
my
late for Karen.
gosh.
It is, I'm telling you, I did
After
it
8
3
o'clock,
times.
Karen can't.
I can't have it.
140,553.39 minus 87,959 equals 52,594.39.
That's what I got.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay, good.
I just gave the numbers 52594.39 sorry, that's, I was like, I know I had that right. Okay, and, I have Shay and Victor, and then roll call, I mean, any more discussion?
No. Roll call.
Okay. Victor?
Yes,
There was no discussion?
I'm waiting for you.
and
And what's left?
on what's left,
Oh, okay, yeah.
or we're talking about what's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
left, correct?
Yeah.
So no more discussion there?
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
We don't-
okay, Victor? Yes,
Yes.
okay, Chapman?
Yes.
Lawrence?
Yes.
Shay?
Yes.
Bledsoe?
Yes.
Okay,
You know, you see the building report. Thank you. Okay, so then. Okay. All right, so we have a bill, for 87,000 that, we need a motion to approve for the JX Truck Center. Can someone make a motion?
Sure.
Okay.
Second for discussion.
Okay. And discussion.
Yes. In regards to this bill, we need a joint purchasing information attached to the bill to indicate how it was legally purchased. There's no bid information or backup with this. So was there a bid? It could just be something that he forgot to include in the paperwork. And if he includes that he went through the proper bidding process, then I have no problem approving it. However, at this time, I cannot approve this bill.
That's the bill truck.
Once again, it's probably been bid, it's probably a legitimate expense, but since he's not here to show us so, we cannot approve it.
I talked to him about it.
And I actually reached out to the clerk, and who is, I don't know if many people know this, but our township clerk is also ex officio clerk for the road district. And so she is the clerk for Andrew Gasser as well as the township. And so when I reach out to the clerk to say, hey, was this bid out, just to make sure? And she has no record. That's not a good sign. So, and without her information or even his own clerk knowing that it's been bid out, and without Andrew, responding or even, I think he blocked my number or something because he's not answered anything. any questions whatsoever without him answering or giving any information whatsoever to try to substantiate these bills, which are very, probably, again, legitimate bills,
Right.
I can't approve it.
Andrew will answer by email, just so that you all know. But he is not.
Will he? I'm still waiting on one from October.
Can I say something?
My,
Go ahead, let the
To
clerk speak,
clarify
please.
your, I have asked, Mr. Gasser on several occasions to forward me any bids that he's gone through either the state purchase or the,
JPMA.
yeah, that one, and he usually will just send me a flyer if he does respond. So he doesn't respond to me either via email.
And that's supposed to be an official record.
It is.
Anyone else?
my concern is that we're getting these trucks through some kind of a bid situation up out of Wisconsin.